London, and welcome to the final press conference ahead of another cracker this Saturday night at British Boxing's spiritual home of York Hall. We are back. Not one, not two, but 3 title fights on TNT Sports. Now the headline is these two gentlemen sat next to me, Danny Dignum and Denzel Bentley, WBO international middleweight title on the line. And if you watch some of the interviews leading up to this, there is so much more on the line. Really a must-win for both fighters. We've also got the return of Royon Garner, unbeaten, and he takes on by far the toughest test of his career. Liam Dillon is a former Southern Area champion, a former English champion, and a former British champion. By far, biggest test of his career, and that's Royon Garner defending his WBC international belt. And just to spice things up a little bit, got a little bit of Royon Barney Smith on this table, and a little bit of Archie Sharp as well. And I'm sure they'll have plenty to say for themselves. Royston, I'm gonna start with you. I think this is fight number 10 now. I mean, where does the time go? How are you finding being a professional?
Time's going good at the minute, Dev. I've had 9 fights now. I've knocked out 5 of them. I'm looking to go to 10 and make it number 6 on Saturday night. And I'm looking to push on for titles after this fight. And I want to show everyone what I'm capable of on Saturday night and get the job done and bring home the KO.
Well, if you're looking to bring home the KO, York Hall seems to be a very happy hunting ground for you. I think you've got 4 out of 5 there as well, so it's a good place for you, huh? Yeah,
for sure, Dev. It's a good trademark to get your name imprinted. It is the home of British boxing. A lot of people do tune in to watch these fights on Saturday night, and I hope everyone enjoys watching and watching me do what I do best.
This opponent that you've got on Saturday, he's been in with some known names, Kurt Walker, Frankie Stringer in his last fight. I think that was about a month ago as well. Are you looking to show what Royon Barney Smith can do to guys like this compared to others?
Sure, he hasn't been in with me yet. He's never been in with a puncher like me or boxer like me, someone as fast and strong as me and the IQ. And that's what I'm looking to show on Saturday night, and you shall see another knockout.
I saw a photo on your Instagram, and to be honest, I wasn't sure what to make of it, Royston. I saw you sparring Ray Ford. Now, he is very much Team Matchroom. What on earth were you doing?
I was just scouting out the team, Dev, and just seeing what the opposition was like. You know what I'm saying? It was good rounds with him, to be honest with you. He's a great fighter. I learnt a lot in the sparring. It should be a good fight between him and Nick Ball, but I want Team Queensbury to win, so I can't wait for that fight to come off.
Okay, well, I would imagine that you've been in touch with Nick Ball and you've sent home some reports.
I can't say too much, but no, I haven't, to be honest with you. But between me and Ray, we do speak a lot, and he is a very, very good fighter.
Looking at this top table, Royston, so you are in the super featherweight division. If you look immediately to your right, you see a super featherweight who's further on in his career. He's done a lot in Liam Dillon. You look down the end of the table, there's Royon Garner there, there's Archie Sharp there. What do you think when you see these guys, and how far off are you from competing with them?
I'm not far off, to be honest with you, Dev. I'm good friends with all these fighters on the table here, and I don't mean no disrespect, guys, but I possibly could end up fighting one of these one day, and they are great fighters, and I'd love to share the ring with them.
What's your message then to this top table, other than I'm going to fight you one day? Is there a kind of like a warning?
Got his spoon in it already, look.
No, for sure. I'm coming hard and I'm coming fast, guys, so be on your A game.
Good stuff. Royon Barney Smith back on Saturday night. Let's go to the man who has accused me of bringing a wooden spoon here today, Archie Sharp. I can't believe you said that. It's been a while. Been a while, mate.
It's been a while, mate.
Good to have you back. You must be buzzing to be back on TNT, back on a
yeah, for sure. It's good to be back. Grateful to be back. I'm looking forward to kicking on now. I've had a couple of years now where it's been maybe a little bit more than that. We're a bit inactivity and whatever else, but we're here now, and time to go and get that world title fight.
You put up a post last night on your Twitter about your ranking. I think for a long time you were sat there as number 1. You were like Robbie Williams, but it's all like number 5 now. You've gone down a little bit.
Yeah.
Are you quite fixated with getting back up there? What's on your mind?
Yeah, for sure. You think the whole time I've dedicated myself to the WBO, to become the champion of the world. And I was number 1 for 2 years. I got overlooked to put fighters above me. I'm down at number 4. There's a couple of good fighters in between that. You got Lee Wood and Cortez and Albert Bell. So some good fights out there for myself, and I'm excited to be back and make a statement on Saturday, and then we kick on.
I guess you've got to take some good fights, really. I mean, the opponents recently have been kind of just keeping you ticking over. Do you feel like you've got to take that step where it's, again, like you did against Leon Woodstock back on BT? I remember what a great fight that was. Do you feel like a good domestic fight could be in the pipeline?
Well, the thing is, 2019 was my last active year when I had 4 good fights back-to-back. Declan Garrity, Ramlevs, Jordan McCory, and then there was another one early on. So yeah, I need another year like that, which would be good. And in regards to the big fights, they're there, we're ready. You know, I've got Roy Jones Jr., Ian Weaver, and Richard Sawyer in the camp. And yeah, we're cracking on. We're ready for the big fights. I remember when Navarrete last boxed, and Roy rang me straight away and said we need to get this fight ASAP because these are fights that we believe we can win. And Navarrete is out next week, I believe. So we'll see how he gets on, and if he vacates. And there's a lot of movement in the WBO, and then we can crack on.
Tough Argentinian on Saturday night. Is this a kind of a chance for you to show those skills again?
Yeah, exactly that. So, tough kid coming on Saturday. We all know what it's about. I've got to be on my A game, no matter what. Every fight is a risky fight. I think they're more riskier when you're fighting things like this, to be honest with you, because one bad night, one bad slip up, for the last 6-7 years I've been building my ranking, it could all be over, you know. So every fight is dangerous, no matter who you're fighting. But yeah, we crack on and we make a statement and we move on.
Have a look around at this top table, Archie. You've got Royon Garner next to you, unbeaten, big step-up fight for him on Saturday. Liam Dillon, of course, is doing so much in his career, former British champion. Young Royston's down the other end of the table as well. Do you feel you're the best in the country?
Because at the end of the day, I'm not listening to Woody Old and Spoon, here you go, yeah. But listen, everyone's got a job to do Saturday. Everyone's got a job to do Saturday, and they're all prize fighters. You know, if the money makes sense for everyone, then any fight can be made. Anything's possible. But yeah, everyone's on their own journey, on their own road. I'm on mine. And listen, these boys here, if they come and I've got something that and it can be made, then obviously the fight's going to happen. But in the meantime, I have got my goals set on these WBO and these big world titles. Last year, you're talking Archie Sharp, Shakur Stevenson, Archie Sharp, Navarrete, Archie Sharp, Oscar Valdez. Do you know what I mean? They're the big names that my name was back and forth with on TalkSport and everywhere else. So they're the names that I need to get myself back to. And yeah, we'll go from there.
I'm hearing more and more, though, that there could be a future fight should Royon Garner be successful on Saturday. With Royon Garner, who sat right next to you, is that a fight that you fancy as well, and how would that fight go?
If they come to us and they put something on the table and it's worth the fight, then of course any fight can be made, mate. Like I said to you, anything can happen, and we're all here to do what we need to do. We've all got families and we're all fighting for everyone, so if it all makes sense, then like I say, any fight can be made, mate.
Okay, Archie, I'm sure we'll come back to you at some point as well.
Did you get what you wanted there, Dev, yeah?
Not really.
No, I didn't think so,
mate. I thought you'd just say you're going to knock him out, but, you know, you've got a different route.
Too sharp for that. Too sharp for that, mate.
Too sharp, and Archie Sharp is back. Let's talk about a super featherweight, WBC International Super Featherweight Championship on the line on Saturday night. Liam Dillon challenging Royon Garner here. Now, Liam Dillon, you are jumping back in. I mean, you've just come off the first career defeat, but you're jumping right back in there with a piranha. It's a tough fight to take.
Yeah, but I wanted to jump straight back into a competitive fight. I didn't want to do the old small hall shows and journeyman. I'd rather get stuck straight back in.
And what do you think of the piranha here? Unbeaten so far in his career. Queensbury seems to be really getting behind him.
Yeah, he's a great fighter. He's done really well. Being undefeated in 14 fights is hard. So yeah, but that's the kind of fight I wanted. I wanted to have a good competitive fight and get a good win back on my record.
It looks like, I listed your accolades earlier, I talked about everything that you've won so far. It looks like you're the one coming into this with all of the... You've won a lot so far, right? You've got all the experience and all the accolades.
Yeah, I've had some hard fights. I've learned a lot from each fight. I've definitely learned a lot more from my last one. And yeah, take each fight as it comes and make a big improvement each time.
What's the key to you winning then on Saturday?
I can't give too many secrets away.
Is it a secret?
Might be.
Well, let's bring in the Piranha here. Ryan, defence of your title against what should be, on paper, the toughest test of your career so far. Is that how you're treating it?
Yeah, of course. With every fight, I'm treating every fight as my hardest fight of my career. But like you say, he's won the English, he's won the Southern Air, he's won the British, so he's not no mug, do you know what I mean? He's come here and come to win. But I've put the shift in the gym. It's the best I've ever felt, strongest I've ever felt. And I'm up for it, mate. So whatever he brings, I'm ready for it.
Are you expecting a tough fight from Liam Dillon?
Of course, yeah. Like you say, you don't win a British title by not being an idiot, do you know what I mean? He's obviously got something about him. And I know that he's very fit, very strong. So I know he's going to bring his A game, but I'm going to bring my A game and I'm going to be ready for it.
What do you think you do better than him then?
Pretty much everything I'd like to say, do you know what I mean? Obviously he's not going to say that, but I think in every department I'll beat him in.
That's a lot of departments, Liam. He thinks he beats you in every single department. Any thoughts?
Yeah, we'll see, won't we?
We will indeed. We will indeed. You had a fight, Ryan, scheduled with Anthony Cacace, and that all kind of fell away. How far off that level do you think you are?
Well, I don't think I'm that far myself, but I think after Saturday night, I think you'd be talking more about like the kind of fights. You know what I mean, I'm going to really show what I'm about on Saturday night, and then these bigger fights will hopefully be mentioned about. But obviously, I'm not putting nothing past Saturday. I've got to get through this first. Like you say, it's going to be the toughest fight. So my main priority is winning this, and then thinking about them bigger names.
Can you stop him?
Well, I don't know, mate. I'd like to think I could stop anyone, if you know what I mean. But anything can happen, mate. Obviously, I've seen him fight. He's game. He's strong. He's going to make me work, and obviously, he's not no pushover. So I'm not going to look for the stoppage. Obviously, I'm going to try and just win no matter what. That's the main thing. Don't care how I win, as long as I win. If the stoppage comes, the stoppage comes.
And Liam, how key is your experience in this? I think you've done your last 3 fights. I'm pretty sure they've all been 12-rounders. Ryan Garner's never been past 8 rounds. Do you think that's a factor in this?
I mean, yeah, could be.
Could well be. It could well be. We'll find out on Saturday. Thank you, Liam. Thank you, Royon Garner. Just a quick one for you, Ryan. What would you make of Archie Sharp here? Again, I keep hearing that should you come through, there could be a fight with Archie Sharp. What do you make of that?
Now, obviously, like Archie said, mate, we're here both to provide for our families. It's a job at the end of the day. I'm happy to fight anyone, and same as him, he's happy to fight anyone. He's a great fighter, do you know what I mean? He's not been number one with the WA for ages for no reason. So he's a great fighter. It's just one of them fights that, if it makes sense for both of us financially, and whatever's on the line, then of course we're both going to take it. But I've got nothing against him personally. It's just business, isn't it?
It is just business. Thank you very much. We look forward to that. Archie, I don't know if you want to say anything to Ryan.
I'm right there, go on.
He's fine, he's fine. Too sharp, too sharp. Well, let's speak about the fight of Too Sharp himself. Denzel Bentley is back. It's been a while, and this is the bounce-back fight for Denzel Bentley against Danny Dignam. Now, Danny, I'm going to come to you first here. We spoke a few weeks ago. It's a fight that you feel like, you know, of course you had to take the fight as soon as it was offered. Tell us your thoughts now. How did camp go?
Yeah, camp went well. Like you just said, they're using it as a bounce-back fight for Denzel, do you know what I mean? But I believe in myself and I believe I can win this fight. Training's gone well, everything's gone good, do you know what I mean? If I turn up on one night, I believe I'll win this fight, do you know what I mean? So it's right me saying it, but I've got to do it.
Do you feel like it's a good time to fight Denzel Bentley?
Yeah, I mean, listen, we're both good fighters, do you know what I mean? We're both sort of at a crossroads, do you know what I mean? So it is a good time for the fight. I believe the winner goes on to some big things, and then the loser, I don't know. I'm not sure. For me, like I said, retirement, because I'm not in a rebuilding process. Do you know what I mean? I believe I can win this fight. I believe I've got a lot to give still, so I must win this fight to carry on.
I was quite surprised because you said that to me when we spoke a few weeks ago. You talked about if I don't win this, it's probably retirement for me. You'd have only lost to Janibek, Alan Kanuli and Denzel Bentley if that is the case. So is this like an additional pressure you're putting on yourself? Where does it come?
Yeah, listen, I don't mind the pressure. I don't want to give up boxing. Like, I want to carry on. So I must win this fight, and I've trained so hard for this fight. Do you know what I mean? But for me to rebuild this, that and the other, I don't want to be doing that. So I must win this fight to carry on. And I believe that if I turn up and I'm 100%, then I will.
You've done plenty and plenty of rounds sparring over the years. Do you take confidence from your spars with Denzel Bentley?
Listen, sparring at the end of the day. We've done many rounds, and like I said in interviews before, some are going to need favour, some are going in my favour. That's what makes it an exciting fight. Do you know what I mean? I'm looking forward to it.
Denzel, let's bring you in as well here. I mean, this is the comeback, this is the bounce back for you. As Danny Dignum says, he's not really that kind of guy. You just bounce back again. It's a tough fight for you, right? Southpaw.
Yeah, I mean, you lot keep saying bounce back, come back. Like, it's not that type of fight. It's a real fight. It's a 50-50, you know what I mean? And this is what I asked for. This is a fight I could have had even if I did win my last fight, do you know what I mean? So all of that, come back, bounce back, I get what you lot mean, but this ain't that type of fight. This is a real fight that I'm going for.
And would you make a Danny Dignum here then?
He's a good fighter. Danny Dignam's a good fighter. So.
Do you take confidence from the spars that you've had?
Not really. It's sparring, isn't it? Like, what more can you do in sparring?
But it means something, right?
Not really, because people come into the gym at different times. You might have had a hard session yesterday. You might just be starting camp. You might be finishing camp. So we're at different stages. On Saturday, the good thing about this is we'll both be at the same stage. We both should have peaked. We both should be at our best. So that's when we really see, who's better than who.
What do you make of the kind of retirement chat from Danny?
Listen, that's between him and himself. I mean, like, that's what he wants to do with his life and his career. Listen, best of luck to him. I'm not buying that. I'm not, feeding into that. He said he doesn't want to give up boxing, so I don't see why he would from a loss. But like I said, that's his life decisions, and good luck to him if that's what he wants to do.
For I've heard you talk about heading into the Nathan Heaney fight. You kind of didn't really feel like you were in a fight because a lot of stuff was going on. But with this fight, do you feel like you're in a fight on Saturday?
Yeah, 100%. This is a real fight. He's better than Heaney. I mean, I can't take this lightly, and I'm not taking it lightly. So I'm ready for whatever comes on Saturday.
Frank Warren described it as a must-win fight for Denzel Bentley.
Every fight's a must-win fight. My last fight was the last-win fight, and I didn't win it, and now there's more pressure on me. So every fight's a must-win fight. Every fight's a crossroad fight, because once you get, past your next fight, where do you go? So all that kind of unnecessary pressure don't mean anything. Do you know what I'm saying? It's a fight at the end of the day, and I enjoy fighting.
What's different about Denzel Bentley heading into this fight compared to the last one?
Oh, just a clear mindset.
Danny, let me bring you in here. What do you feel that you do better than Denzel Bentley? You've done, countless rounds. You know each other very well. It's clear there's no animosity here. But what do you feel you do better than Denzel?
Listen, like everyone in here, there's a lot of respect between us. As far as what I do better, I don't, my boxing IQ, whatever. But it's all right. It's all good me saying that. I've got to do it on the night. Do you know what I mean? So we'll see.
What did you think of his fight with Nathan Heaney?
Listen, it wasn't the Denzel that... Put it this way, I am expecting a lot better Denzel on Saturday than what I see against Nathan Heaney, you know what I mean?
Denzel, what did you think of Danny Dignam's fight with Yanibek Alim Kanuli?
I can't take nothing from that, because, like I said, I've done loads of rounds with him, and I've been in there where he's fought better than that performance, so that don't mean nothing to me. That's just a slip up in the road, and we move forward from there.
So we can't read into anything how you took Yannick?
There's no point. That's what you call boxing maths, and it never adds up, so whatever, man.
Does it all add up to a big two-sharp performance on Saturday?
Yeah, that does add up still.
Okay, I'm glad that adds up. Danny, give us your final prediction for Saturday.
Just to win. Just to win.
Anything you want to tell Denzel here?
No.
Denzel, your prediction, and also anything you want to...
Yeah, we'll win, man. A win. That's what we're going for. Good performance and a great night.
Thank you, Denzel. Thank you, Danny. Thank you, everyone at this top table. We will see you for the weigh-in tomorrow. Remember, Saturday night, we're back at British Boxing's spiritual home of York Hall. 3 title fights live on TNT Sports. Not an awful lot of needle, but there'll be an awful lot of action on Saturday. We'll see you then. Stick with us on the stream as well. We're going to do some face-offs and grab people for a chat. Cheers.
I'm going to flip the table.